I know you're big on supporting female rappers, which I really respect.
Mm-hmm.
How was it getting on Kelis's Bossy? That was a moment in time. You got a lot of moments.
I think Kelis requested me on that song. If she didn't request me, it had something to do with Neptunes production, their affiliation with Jive Records, who could be the person for the feature on this song. You know, it could have went to that route, or it could have been she requested me. But it was always a good experience that I was picked for that song. I remember I did my verse in Atlanta. They had already sent me the song, it was recorded. And I tried to go hard, but it was like a gray area, like R&B artists and rappers, especially like female R&B artists. It was very, you know, it wasn't like, the line wasn't being all the way crossed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to approach it in a sense where I'm still too short, but I'm not disrespecting the female artists. And Boss Bitch was perfect. I was the perfect person for the song. I'm a boss bitch, and I'm complimenting you as a boss bitch. It was dope. And the fact that they shot the video, and it was a hit. And, you know, it wasn't my record, but those hits, they extend your career. They just do. So that was one of my later songs that kind of, you know, I wasn't on the platinum run, but the legacy was holding me down, you know, where people were like, I need you for a feature, this and that. So outside of my 6, possibly 7 platinum albums, I guest appeared on like,
Can I read this fact? Too Short was a guest feature on 20 to 30 gold and platinum albums, 2 Jay-Z albums, 2 Notorious Big albums, as well as several other prominent artists. Too many to count.
Too many. So it's too many to count because I don't know how many I did.
Mm-hmm.
I could walk you around here and show you the plaques that people sent me. I got G-Eazy plaques, Lil Jon plaques, Jay-Z plaques.
Shout out to Trey the Truth with the bump box.
Okay, yeah. Trey the Truth, no doubt. Brought that here personally.
Oh.
That was before everybody got the customized one. That's why mine is plain.
Damn. You all got songs?
Huh?
You and Trey the Truth?
Me and Trey have songs. Yes, we do. We do. Go look him up.
He's one of the real ones. For sure.
I mean, a real dude.
For sure.
When you on his soil and we come on your soil, like nothing bad. I've never heard nobody say nothing bad about him.
For sure.
So.
Wait, sorry. Before we go on, how do you feel about his situation with his daughter? That's the saddest thing.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, he's trying to get custody of his daughter, and his baby mom is just tripping. And he's like the
daughter he took 1 million pictures of and posted.
The daughter that he dedicates his life to.
She's probably like a little bit older than my daughter. How old is she?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I just know he's
got to be. My daughter's 3, so she's got to be like 4 or either.
But he's been going through it.
Or either the same age.
Yeah, he's been going through it.
I think you got to fight. I think whether it's something you fighting for or something you fighting against, like a divorce or something, like you got to fight. You got to fight. Like it's a fight. Like it really is. These relationships and this long-term shit, like let's say, and I don't want to get in this business, but let's say hypothetically that whatever happens is going to prevent him from ever seeing his daughter. Like she leave the country or just shut him down. He never sees her. The fight, the public fight, the things that you put on record that I was fighting is going to mean something to that child later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
So like, she's going to be told, your daddy abandoned us or your daddy ain't here. But then she going to look and find out for herself. My daddy publicly said out there over and over again that he was fighting for me. Like, that means something.
Right.
Like, people grow up, parents manipulate kids grow up, find out their own truth. Our parents are some lying motherfuckers. Grandparents, they don't tell you shit. That's the truth. They tell you what they think is going to be best for your little comfort zone. They be lying like a motherfucker.
For sure.
The trauma that they go through, the triumphs that they overcome, the little secrets in their closets, they don't tell us shit.
Right.
And probably when we grow up, like I'm grown, you grown, I know hella secrets about people, like kids. I know shit about your mama and daddy that I would never tell you. Like, and you know, it's not fair, but that's how it fucking is.
Right.
Just fucking like that. Like, I know your mama used to fuck him before she met your daddy.
Damn.
I know that. And then we all sitting at the table. We friends and family, but your mama switched boyfriends.
Right.
I know the truth.
But back to the plaques. Continue on the plaques, sorry.
I got plaques from fucking Jay-Z, fucking Foxy Brown, fucking all kind of movies and shit. fucking Snoop Doggy Dogg, E40. It's plaques. I don't even, like, my plaque life became complicated. Like, I don't think I have enough organization to have actually held on to every plaque and to keep every plaque cherished and mounted on a wall because I've moved studios and all kind of shit. I know for a fact it's like 80 plaques somewhere. I don't know if they fucking in one of these goddamn storages. I don't know. And whatever, you can say it, whatever. When you get to this stage, you know what I do with plaques? I decorate them. Like the color of what the album or how they made it goes in a color coordinated room. So if you go in that studio and you see 5, 6 plaques on the wall, those are the plaques that match the aura of the room. They're not the plaques I wanted to put in the room. They're the ones that match the decor. I mean, motherfuckers, you know, that can decorate their rooms with the plaques that actually fit into the color scheme of the room. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that I really wanted to do this because I know how Vlad be doing all the little segments and little sound bites. So I really wanted to do this to talk a lot of shit and to just, I don't want you to look at me and go, damn, Short, you did that? I want you to look at me and say, I'm about to outdo you. I'm about to fucking have more fucking shit than Too Short did. I'm about to rap till I'm older than Too Short did. I want you to fucking like see that this is possible.
I love that.
I just did a whole fucking weekend of shows this weekend.
Right.
I just did 3 fucking shows, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sold out fucking arenas, ripping that shit. I'm 55 fucking years old.
I respect that.
That's hip hop.
Right. You mentioned
rock and roll. That's fucking all that shit.
Facts. You mentioned Foxy Brown. Nicki Minaj just did an interview with Joe Budden who said Foxy was like one of her biggest influences. So how was that working with fucking Foxy Brown?
So part of the story I was telling a little earlier that I didn't really tell the gist of it was that when I announced my retirement, it opened up this door and with me and the East Coast. And at the same time I was retiring in 1996, I had a really good friendship going with Eric Sermon, Redman, Keith Murray, the Def Squad. They had a setup in Atlanta, and we were all mutual friends that were based at this rim shop, this tire and wheel shop on Ralph McGill and Peachtree downtown, heart of downtown Atlanta. And the rim shop was famous at a studio, and it was just a lot of rappers frequented there. Mr. Cheeks from the Lost Boys would always be there. Redman, Keith Murray, Eric Sermon was always there. I was always there. Fucking Tupac always pulling up. It was a lot of names that I could name you that frequented the rim shop. So I had a really personal friendship with Eric Sermon, Redman, and Keith Murray, and all they homies. Like we was family. We'd move around together, do all kind of shit. Keith Murray is my guy. Like, outside of even Redman and Eric Sermon, me and Keith took me through some New York shit. And we rolled around. Like, we don't need fucking security and we don't need other people. We just roll like that. He was a guy like me.
Right.
Like, I hung out with Keith Murray one day and all day we hanging out, just chopping up, doing shit. We go to the tunnel in New York. He took me to the tunnel. I don't even know if it was me and him and like 1 or 2 other people, but it wasn't no whole crew. It was just me. And the tunnel is savage. Savage. Once you go inside, it's the roughest niggas in New York and it ain't nobody gonna save you.
Right.
And New York is rough. Like, man, I don't give a fuck how savvy you are. If New York want to eat you, you're eating. Like, it's rough. And Keith Murray, he ain't no big old dude, but we just out there. We go through all this shit. We get to the tunnel. It's the most extensive search that you've ever seen in your life. They taking your belt and doing like this with your belt, looking for any fucking little sharp thing you might have. You got to stick out your tongue up and down. They looking behind your ear. They running through your hat. I ain't never seen a search like that. We get inside the tunnel. We've been hanging all day, smoking, laughing, kicking it. You know what Keith Murray does?
What?
Spits out a razor blade. It's been in the side of his mouth all day. Like, you know the little razor blades, you know the ones that come in a little pack and you push them out? Mm-hmm. All day.
That's wild.
I don't know how. I've asked every New Yorker that I ever knew, how do you learn that? What is the learning curve of the razor blade in your mouth?
That's wild.
Like, once you get it there and you know the technique on how to keep it and not cut your whole face open on the inside. But what is the learning curve?
That's wild.
Where did the first day you just throw the razor, you throw it in your mouth? Learning must be painful.
Right.
But hey, Keith Murray was a real one. He was a real, that's my guy. So I retire, and then all of the phone starts ringing. I get a song. I did a song with Lil' Kim called Call Me. That was on the Booty Call movie soundtrack, orchestrated by Jive Records. Biggie called me for the song, and I did the first one with him, which was The World Is Filled. Jay-Z called me for the song. The first one I did with him was Real Niggas Do Real Things. I did the music with Eric Sermon. I'm going to give all credit to Eric Sermon because we was fucking around the studio just hanging out as homies, and we did a song called Buy You Some. And it comes on, it's like, real live drummer. Homie Shorty B on the drums and Shorty B on the bass. He like, woo! That's Eric Sermon's voice. Ha ha, ah. That became like a chant in New York clubs, Atlanta clubs, everywhere. It was hot. The record was regional. I don't know all where it hit, but it was big in New York and it was big in motherfucking Atlanta. Buy You Some.
Crazy.
And me and Eric Sermon, through that song, we sort of became a little lightweight dynamic duo. And we followed up with a few other songs, but we had a little moment where we had this thing. Like, that was one of the hottest records in Atlanta when it was out. Like, just at the sound of this, the song comes on, DJ, he got the fucking snare. It's like the snare drum. So the DJ always playing with, you can hear it's that snare. You know, if you're a person who know music and the DJ is lining up a song and he, whatever it is, you're like, oh, he about to drop that shit if you know music. So that, and then the crowd always know, they go, woo, ha, ha, ah. It was just one of them things. We had it that moment. And Eric Sermon made me famous in New York.
Wow.
Like literally my little Jay-Z moment, my little Big moment, my little Kim moment, then was all like, building blocks. But that song, I probably had all 5 or 6 platinums at that point. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, New York is like, we fuck with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I give credit to Eric Sermon. And, when I retired, that opened up the floodgates to all the New York collabs I did. And it was this kind of feeling, I could be wrong, but it was like, if Too Short's gonna retire, and the rumor at the time was Too Short I was album number 10. They're like, Too Short got 10 albums and they all went platinum. So he 10 albums, 10 platinums. That was the rumor. It wasn't all the way true. It was like 4 gold, 6 platinum. Mm-hmm. But they was still, the rumor was big. I loved it at the time. I would never dispute it.
Right.
They got 10 platinums.
Right.
So everybody wanted to get a little piece of Too Short, like a 16 bar before I dipped out. And I did a lot of features.
Damn.
A lot of fucking features. And then after that little hype died down, I was just like a go-to guy. Like, it was like, and I did something that I don't think most rappers did. I don't think many rappers did this at all. So I did all these features with all these artists signed to major labels that have huge fan bases. But at the same time, so you're on a major label, I might charge you, and you can laugh at the numbers, but this is what it was. I might charge you 15, 20, 25,000 to get a 16-bar verse. It'd be like anywhere up to about 40, 50, depending on what the project was, to get a 16-bar verse. But at the same time, I don't care where we was at. I'm doing a show. The show ends at, could be midnight, could be 2 a.m. I'm like, my flight leaves at 7. If you come up with 10 G's, it could be any number. I'm like, 10 G's. Motherfucker call back and say, we got 7. Where y'all at? I'm gonna go over there and give you 16 bars for 7 G's. Motherfucker might say, we got 5 and I don't know, something. It could be whatever. 5 was like, you gotta be my cousin's cousin. You gotta be like, I gotta be fucking your sister. Like, it's gotta be something that'll make me do it. The 5 was like the minimum, but to get the 5, you had to be like my cousin. Somebody that I fuck with had to vouch for you. And I'm like, bro, I don't do this 5 shit. You vouching for this motherfucker? And then if I had this thing too, if I do the 5 for you, because I'm like in any random city in America, if I do the 5 for you, I'm like, you can never in life, you that asked me to do this for that little minimum way, you can never ask me for another favor ever again.
Damn,
This your
like
one favorite.
that?
Yeah, like you exhausted your one favorite. You're not shooting me the 10 or the 75 or nothing at the 15. Like we did every number in the middle, but it's like we would clean up. Like some nights I would hit 2 studios and do 2 verses. I would lead a show. And I'm tuned in with all the little hood niggas and shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm out here, bro. You got any little rappers you know? Any ballers with a rap artist that want to grab a 2 short verse? Like, it's the fire sale after a show. Like if you call me and I'm at the house, that number like 15, 20, 25 is up there. But if you fucking right now, just go off stage. I left so many verses all over the country.
Wow.
Hundreds. Like literally and it wasn't for the money. It was for, this is the logic. So look at this. If I do a verse I'm in your city, I pick a city, St. Louis, tough ass city. So I do a show in St. Louis. And then the little homie from the hood, him and his folks call me to come do a song with them, right? Now I go over to where they're at. I pull up in there. It's me and my homies. That's points right there. They like, damn, they pulled up in our hood. Too short here. You know, that's love. Then I give them the dope ass verse. We powwow, we smoke. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got somebody's number. We in touch. If they ever come to the West, they tap into us. We like, bro, you here? Like that locked in friendship is marketing out of this world. Because that song may never go nationwide, but you know where it is gonna go? It's gonna go hood wide. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna go that side of town wide.
Right.
And that thing right there, man, you don't know how to trickle down to that is amazing. Man, you did a song with my cousin. I'm from St. Louis. You did a song with my ex-girlfriend's little brother. This shit just goes forever.